And welcome back to Chuck's Laboratory. We are going to do a quick launch of the Bluedog Design Bureau Saturn V. Anyone who's not familiar with the mod, that's the Bluedog Design Bureau, Stockalike Saturn, Apollo, and more by Cobalt Wolf. This is a pretty popular mod, and it's been around for a long time. Looks like the page here from Cobalt Wolf on the forums is September 30th, 2015. That's quite a commitment to providing what is really quite an incredible mod. It's a lot more than just a parts mod. This is a complete redesign on how a rocket this size flies, and that's kind of what I'm really going to highlight here. Not just how the mod looks, but how it flies. But before we get off the ground here, let's just go have a look and see what it means by the "and more" part. And this is the vehicle we have on the pad, and it didn't come with the launch clamps attached to it, so I've kind of had to guess a little bit on how the launch clamps should work and how they should be staged here. So hopefully it's going to make sense here when we get off the ground. And you can see it's got some really amazing detail, not just to the launch towers, of course, but also to the rocket itself. Let's have a closer look at those F1 engines down here. That is pretty amazing detail. I love it. Let's see what the J2s look like. Oh, look at that. There's an interstage fairing. That's wild. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You got the engine mount. Whoa, look at the detail here. Wow, that is really cool. I can't wait to do a full mission. I did do a quick test just to kind of get a feel for what the time to apogee was going to be like, the thrust to weight ratio and that kind of thing. And that's really actually what inspired me to even want to do the video, because I was just kind of playing with it in light of Artemis, which today, as of filming this video, is just about a day away from splashdown. And I found that the way that this thing flew, I just felt that it really needed to get some attention. So let's go ahead and put this thing back together again. So it looks like I've broken the interstage fairing here. Actually, let's go look at some of the other models now that we're here. I think these are the entire collection of craft files that it comes with. We'll just load the CSM here by itself. We're going to look for how that looks there with the engine bell there on the SPS. Looks pretty awesome. And you see the detail on the Apollo command module is just striking. It's just fantastic. I love the RCS jets here. I assume it does have a bit of monoprop in. Oh yeah, 30 units. And the docking port up in the top here looks pretty wild too. And I noticed here that it's got this option to extend probe. I assume this is what you do before you dock, but I'm not 100% sure. So docking probe enable staging. I wonder if we need to turn that off. Here's Apollo 17 CSM, so we've got a few variations. This one's got the, I think these were radiation experiments. Oh no, radar antenna. Okay, that's interesting. What do you have here? Another antenna. Pretty wild set of antennas there. And we see here the Apollo Block 4, which I assume was to do like some sort of a manned orbiting research lab. Does it have a part name? Orbital Mission Module. So I guess this would have taken the place of a lunar module, and you can see there's significantly less fuel here on board the command module. I'm not even exactly sure what kind of mission profile this was for, but it looks pretty incredible. I love it. I don't know what the inside looks like. Let's go have a look. Well, luckily it didn't explode as it fell over there, but let's go see what the inside looks like. And sure enough, it's just a standard stock hitchhiker interior IVA. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Let's go look at the. Oh yeah, we're sideways. Let's go look at the command module. You can get up there. Nope, let's turn off gravity. And you can see it's got lots of screens here. Now this build of KSP I have doesn't have all the mods it would take to make this look really nice, like Vessel Viewer, for example, but you can see you can put some really cool stuff on here. Had a lot of fun setting the screens up. Nice and close there with Liz. All right, let's see what other kind of models we have here. Well, here's a fun one, the Apollo Soyuz test project. This is pretty cool. Now, if we just had a Soyuz to mate to the other side, I think this would make a lot of fun to play sometime. That's pretty cool, I love it. I remember watching the ASTP mission when I was a kid. I thought it was fascinating. In fact, I think I even built a plastic model kit of the ASTP along with a Soyuz. There we go. We got some Atlas rockets. I like it. It looks like we have... this is an interesting configuration. Looks like it's got like 4 engines on the bottom. I assume that they still stage? What's under the fairing here, I wonder? How do you get the fairing off? Yeah, now I've done it. Just walk away like you meant to do that. Atlas 1, there we go, there's a classic. That is super cool. In fact, we're going to go ahead and fly this Atlas 1. That is too cool. Let's go ahead and set up our mission flag. Chuck's Laboratory. I don't think this is a crewed Atlas 1. No, let's roll it out. Ooh, we didn't put any launch clamps on it. It's full throttle. Here we go. Oh, nice. I like it. We got our control engines down here. That's beautiful. Let's get her back on course. Kind of excited to see how staging works. And you can see there, we've got a really nice low thrust to weight ratio, a very gradual climb, very controllable. And that's kind of the signature I've noticed so far of all the rockets I've launched so far with the Bluedog design. This being, I think, the 3rd one. So not a lot of experience. Whoa! Spoke too soon. Spoke too soon. Well, that's fine. I want to see how staging works here anyways. Oh, there they go. There goes the other engines. That is pretty cool. Well, we don't have the thrust to weight ratio even to stop ourselves from falling to the ground. Let's see what's under the hood here. Well, I guess that's that. I didn't see any kind of you break it, you bought it kind of a sign. Oh, what do we have here? Mariner B. Oh, that's neat. Let's unfold it. Gotta see it. Oh, that is beautiful. I think we have more to unfold here. Ah, yes. That is so cool. There we go. I'm not sure what configuration this would be, if this is for Mars or Venus. I'm not sure if it matters. I have a few different configurations there, though. That's pretty cool. I love it. What else do we have? Oh, Mercury Redstone. Tempted to fly it, but let's move on to the big stuff. This would actually probably be a lot of fun to fly, honestly. Pay no attention to the payload on top. Man-orbiting laboratory. Oh, wow, look at that. Gemini with a man-orbiting laboratory. Oh, that is amazing. I would really like to try to fly some of these missions. I think that might make for an interesting series. Maybe do some highlights of Gemini and Apollo. Let me know in the comments if you think that'd be interesting. Certainly wouldn't be original. I think there's probably 100, 1,000 of those up on YouTube's already, but maybe none with fully loaded up visual mods KSP. Not sure if that makes it worth doing on its own, but let me know in the comments. Nimbus 7, I'm not even sure what that is. Nimbus to me is the planet of intergalactic peace. Gag? Yeah. Oh, it's a satellite. Does this open? Oh, nice. Whoa, look at the mirror. That's pretty cool. Okay, here we come to the Saturns. Now, there's a pretty wild variation to Saturns in here. I've loaded a few of them, but I've never flown them. Like, that's pretty insane. And what do we have here? Like, you know, the bottom of a Saturn 1? Something? Saturn 1B, maybe? I don't know. This is neither. That's crazy. And then what's on top here? Not crewed, I don't think. No. Look at this bad boy. Holy cow. What would this be used for? Nuclear tugs to orbit, possibly? That's insane. And what's in the bottom here? Wow, that's a crazy looking engine. Oh, here we go. Some pretty neat looking machines. This one flew. Saturn 1 Block 2. That's beautiful. I've got a real soft spot for the Saturn 1 and the Saturn 1B rockets. Something about that first stage with all the strapped together fuel tanks, liftover parts. I kind of just get the whole we can reuse everything kind of vibe here. Oh, Skylab crew launch. That's pretty cool. I wonder if they've got an ASTP crew launch. Let's see if we can find that. Nope, just the command module with the docking adapter. That's interesting. Unknown part modules. There is a Soyuz. This doesn't look like it's Bluedog Design. This is all stock parts. That's interesting. I wonder if this would interface with the Bluedog Design docking port. That might be interesting. Might be worth trying there. There we go. There's Skylab, and I've tried to reproduce this in stock parts, but you just never can get the look of this top telescope here from the right. That's very cool. I love it, though. You have a docking port here still, I assume. Yeah. The docking port. I gotta see what the inside of Skylab looks like. Okay, let's go have a look. Let's put launch clamps on this time so it doesn't fall over. It's like a windmill. I love it. Alright, well, let's turn off gravity here just to make it a little more realistic. Oh, this is pretty cool. I love the interior. What do we have here? Haha, Bluedog. I love it. Stay on target. What's this? I'm not sure what that is. Can we use this? Doesn't look like it. Sad Mac. Oh no. Oh, there should be more to it here. What do we have? Are they playing some sort of game here? Or possibly these are snacks. Oh yeah, these are tins of food. That's awesome. Some film. Chrome. Oh, that's awesome. Icon. Oh, there we go. Now we're really firing on all cylinders. I love it. Snacks, more snacks, and the other snacks. That's great. Some sort of umbrella, bad weather here. What is this? A gem cardboard cutout, a guitar. Oh, what do we have here? Somewhere in the universe there must be something better than Kerman. Planet face. I know exactly where that is. That is neat. I don't think I've ever heard of this poster ever being. That's a lot of fun. Okay. Oh well, what do we have here? An epic drama of adventure and exploration. So this is definitely a 2001: A Space Odyssey nod. I'm not exactly sure what this is supposed to be an acknowledgement to or a reference of. I kind of feel embarrassed now. The Kraken! Oh, the Kraken. The Kraken from Bop, I think? Spoiler alert. I think it's Bop. What do we have here? The Queen Kerman. So this is obviously the Blob. That's fantastic. Oh no, we have more. Right. We have the research lab. How you doing? There we are. Look at this. What are you doing here? Oh, he's also playing Star Wars. Stay on target. A little glitch in the free IVA. What do we have here? Experiments. Wow. No snacks. But you do get a pretty good idea of how large Skylab was. That was pretty cool. I like Skylab. And also, let's face it blew up real good. Alright, let's see what else we got. Voyagers. Voyager Mars lander. Oh, that's neat. That's cool. Does it have Viking? No, now I'm really curious. It's like spinning a wheel here. Did I win the lottery? Ooh, no Viking. Oh well, too bad. Yeah, this is nuts here. So, I'm not sure what the intent of something like this was for, but you see it's got the normal Saturn V core with the F1 engines, but then it's got these gigantic SRBs strapped onto the side. So I'm not sure what they're planning on lifting here. It just has a normal Apollo. It's too high, can't even see it. Just have a normal Apollo-sized payload up here, like so I'm not sure what the intent of something like this would be. Let's see if the internet knows. I'll be right back. And brought up the trusty astronautics.com, and I'm pretty sure this is what we're looking at, the Saturn V 23L, and it's still just made for lunar missions, but it's designed to carry gigantic payloads out to the moon. So what are we looking at here? Back 99,850 kilograms to trans-lunar trajectory. So compared here, 45,000 kilograms. So more than double the payloads. Is pretty awesome. That'd be fun to fly. Another time, possibly. But let's go ahead and get back to our original mission here. We're just going to launch a normal Saturn V off to the moon. Basic Apollo 11 launch. Here we go. Okay, so kind of just put some of these launch clamps together. These seem to be roughly the way that it should be. So, and I think I've timed the staging here so that they kind of release progressively, hopefully in a logical way. So as we know that we need to throttle up and let it run for a while. So that's going to kind of work for the staging of the clamps here. But let's go ahead and try it out. Top one. Okay, there we go. That is looking pretty amazing. And the engines spun up to full thrust just in time for those flaps to let us go. Okay, well that's pretty awesome. kind of do want to test the launch escape system before we do a full mission with this. So let's trigger that. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. It actually pitches it over. It doesn't just send it straight up. It's a nice little bank over. Stage. Sends the BPC away. Oh, look at that detail on that docking port. Oh, I can't wait to get this thing into orbit and start trying to dock it to a lunar module. There's a stage here. And that looks like it's where the main shoots. Let's see what happens if we just hit it. Ooh, don't come back and hit us. I kind of thought that was going to come back and hit us, but looks like we're okay. Oh, those drogues just cut themselves automatically. I didn't do anything for that. That was wild. Assume there's a setting for that somewhere on one of the shoot options. Wow, that was neat. Not too bad though. No damage sustained. Spectacular. Well, let's load it back up into the pad one more time and do our launch out to the moon. There it is. Okay, well, we know now that the launch escape system works. However, I noticed that we were trying out some of the other models there. For some reason, Valentina was missing. Then I remember that I put her for some reason. These things here can actually hold Kerbals. These launch towers have payload or have crew. And so she's in one of these. There she is. Valentina is in this launch tower. Can I focus a camera up here? Camera. Is there a door here? EVA. Whoa. Okay. I'm not sure what the point of this. Wait, is this an elevator? Get out. Can I get in here and then? Well, I guess technically it's an elevator. If there's a way to get down the crew hatch. There is. Oh, that is super cool. So there's actually a way for you to board from the bottom and then get up through the top. That's pretty neat. I like that. Crew hatch. Come on, there you go. EVA. So, can you walk across this? Yes, you can. Ooh, that was a long ways up. Don't fall, Val. That is a long ways up. Wait, let's get the whole camera effect going here. What's it like if you roll it back out here? You don't get dizzy, do you? Don't fall. Maybe you should just jump. There we go. Deploy shoot. Oh, so close. Okay, as I was saying, let's go ahead and get off to the moon here. You can see it's a pretty nice day for a launch. I can't see the moon, but I'm pretty sure it's behind that cloud. Yeah, there it is. Because we are basically at year one, day one, 0 hours. Okay, so you'll notice I did put the staging in here that is staggered staging, and that's not just to make it more realistic. That's because these engines actually take some time to spool up. I'm actually going to pin the engine stats here, so if you want to, you can actually watch how long it takes these things to spool up. But I'll go ahead and put the engines at full thrust. Go ahead and get the engines lit, and then we have some staging here that'll release the clamps. Here we go. One of my favorite details of this model was the thrust here and the thick black sooty exhaust off those F1 engines. A very nice realistic touch. Now you can see we've just barely here hit max Q and passed Mach 1. And that's been at full throttle, and we're only at 12 kilometers there. So the timing of the way that the engine burn is working at full throttle, and you can see here that we have very reasonable amount of thrust to weight ratio. We're only pulling like around 2.5 Gs or so. This is a very realistic flight. It looks like we're flying an actual Saturn V, and if you've ever tried to fly a stock part Saturn V, kind of a look-alike, you often have to scale back the thrust of the engines or scale back the amount of fuel because you just can't make a rocket like this out of the stock parts. It's just not possible. All right, so what do we have here? I think we'll just keep at full thrust. Let's get that apoapsis. So we've got a pretty good apoapsis already. We'll coast for a little while here. Ooh, there we go. Looks like we have an interstage fairing and some ullage motors. And there we go. That is awesome. I love it. So we are off to orbit. Now, hopefully here at some point the camera will change back over to what we're actually flying. All right, there we go. We have those 5 J2 engines burning at full thrust, but still only a very low thrust to weight ratio. You see we're just barely, what do we have here? 0.82, so not even 1. That gives it a very realistic effect here. It feels like we're actually flying over a much larger planet than we are. And that's the thing about Kerbin, is that it's remarkably small. So the kind of rockets you build with KSP that look like a Saturn V, they tend to be just so overbuilt. But here, we're actually at a very reasonable ascent and full throttle the whole time. It's taking us a nice, long, leisurely pace to get there. Can't say enough good things to how realistic this feels here. I think we can just eject this now. I hope. Jettison tower. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. We don't need that anymore. We are safely in space. We'll sit in the center seat and let's set up some of these screens. Now, too bad we can't set up the vessel view. That is a lot of fun, but we do have this. But I think we can still use the dock. Yeah, we'll just have to wait until we get an actual something to target for a dock. Orbital information is good. So that's also good. So there we are. We got some, at least we got some decent information on our screens. Let's go have a look around. Don't have a lot of space here, just the command module. There's definitely a lot more cramped than they are up in Orion right now. By the time we're recording this video, they're going to be down on the ground and having a cup of coffee in about 20 hours. Anyone familiar with the Artemis II mission there is that they are doing a re-entry profile that's a little bit different than what they originally planned because of the unusual ablation, you could say, on the Artemis I test mission, the uncrewed one that did the orbital moon test. And yeah, so they're not going to be doing a double skip as they normally would with the Orion. They're going to be doing single ballistic re-entry with no double skip, which means they're spending a little bit less time in the atmosphere. Now, anyone who plays Kerbal Space Program knows that, hey, it works in Kerbal Space Program. I've had to do that more than one time myself. Typically when I'm running like a higher level re-entry mod, I think Kerbalism also requires a little bit of attention to that as well. Now we're nearly in orbit, and it looks like we have a fair bit of delta V left there, almost 2,000 meters per second. It's not going to take us more than 200 to get into orbit there, but I think I'm still gonna go ahead and drop my second stage here. Oh wow, look at that. Haulage motors. And I think I remember these stage on their own. Yeah, look at that. They're flying away on their own. All right, well, it was a little bit higher in orbit than we needed because I kind of got stuck watching the engines burn. But it's close enough, and we have you know, lots of delta V here to push us out to the moon. So let's go ahead and get that burn set up. And of course, we're going to be doing a free return trajectory. Now, we're not in a super great orbit here, but this is a free return trajectory. You can see here we have our flyby here at 14 kilometers and return trajectory at, well, that's pretty high actually. So let's see if we can't make that a little bit tighter. All right, that's about right. Now, the thing is, you can see that it's a free return trajectory, but this free return trajectory is going to put us on a near polar return, but you know, whatever. I can't really be bothered to adjust it for now. But hey, it's a free return trajectory. It's going to get us back to Kerbin here with a nice safe altitude at 284. That's easily adjustable by RCS even if we lose all of our engines after that initial burn, which is coming up in around 15 minutes. Let's go ahead and get that set up. And we do have a ton of wheel authority there, but we also do have these really neat auxiliary propulsion systems, and looks like they do use just monopropellant, but they were really beefy there. I think we have actually 6 degrees of control. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I'm not sure if this engine here is going to have the same kind of spool up delay that the F1s had. Let's kind of watch it here. But it looks like the Bluedog Design has also added some fuel types. I just noticed that. Liquid hydrogen and oxidizer. So just perhaps one fuel type? Well, let's go. And where's our thrust? Nope, that was all on. And a 2-minute burn, that's also pretty realistic. That gives it a really nice feel of you're going somewhere. It's going to take you a while to get there. Bring us in maybe a little bit closer. No, that's perfect. I like it. We're 25 kilometers up from the moon. That's a perfect altitude. All right, so this is one of those times where I probably should read the manual, but I'm not going to read the manual. I assume that I need to extend the probe before we attempt to dock. So I'll do that once we stage away from the S4B here. The S4B here, which we're actually leaving behind, 1,500 meters per second at delta V. That's pretty huge. That could easily get us out to Duna if we wanted to. All right, well, we don't know exactly how well this is going to go, but this is as far as I've taken this thing. So let's just go ahead and quick save. I think everything's going to stage nicely here, just by the way this is highlighting. Oh, that was nice. Although it was a little aggressive, a little bumpy. So let's target the lander here. Let's get this, start tracking, I think is what, yeah, here we go. So roll it around. Lots of authority there in the reaction wheels. Oh, wait, RCS on. Oh, right. Slow down. Where is that extend probe? I assume that's required, although I'm just not exactly sure. But I gotta say, it drives really well. I can pretty easily control it here, and I'm not drifting significantly. Come in, slow down, back away, come back in again. This is really easy to fly. I'm really enjoying this. Of course, I say that I haven't docked yet, so let's just is that the wrong thing to do? Uh-oh, it's making that evil vibration. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Retract probe. Whoa, there we go. We're getting some crazy cracking vibrations there. I was getting nervous. I'm not sure what the probe is for then. Extend probe. Should I do it now? I guess that was good. I just don't know. All right, so at any rate, look, we have docked to the lunar module, and it looks absolutely beautiful, as I would expect it to, because everything so far in the Bluedog Design Bureau parts have looked just completely beautiful. Doesn't look like there's too many discrete parts on this, actually. You can see this whole top piece, the whole ascent module, is all one piece. RCS thrusters at all. That's pretty interesting. I wonder if there's a lunar rover. Oh, I should have looked for a lunar rover. I made a mistake there. Next time, next time. Decouple payload. Wait a second, that's got to be it. There we go. Okay, we are extracting the LEM. We got it. That was a bit of a tense moment. Wasn't sure I was going to get the LEM out of the payload bay. Now let's have a look at the inside of this LEM. Oh, look at that, the door's open already, although it does glitch a little bit. You can see it's showing us the outside world there, I think, a little bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's a bit alarming. You forgot your suit. Oh, well, while we're here, let's go look around. Oh, well, we are thoroughly glitching out on the free IVA here, I think. By the way, my job is actually bug hunter, so this is kind of my thing. Let me in, let me in. I can't get in. What a tease. This would be a pretty cool looking shot if it wasn't kind of glitched out by the free IVA. That was too weird. Let's not go through the hole into the outside world. Here we are in our lunar module. Nice, I love it. This is beautiful. Oh wow, look, we actually have an Apollo guidance computer. Oh, that's awesome, I love it. What's this? Is that the cabin repress valve? Doesn't do anything. Okay, we are back on board, and we are on our way out to the moon. You can see here we have the screen showing us a kind of a rough idea of what that free return trajectory looks like. Looks like we're going to be arriving there in around 3 hours. Let's go ahead and skip ahead. All right, the moon's going to get big real quick. Oh, light that engine. SPS is lit. Electric charge. Were we out of electricity? Start fuel cell. Whoa, that was close. We almost forgot something very important there, because I actually am a little bit familiar with what happens if you don't start the fuel cell. Having done one other attempt at flying this rocket just to get a feel of it, getting into space, I didn't turn the fuel cell on that time either, and I tried to land it just to see what the chutes were like, and well, I'll put a picture up here of how well that went. I'm glad we didn't repeat that mistake. Okay, we've got a good orbit here. Okay, quick save for good luck. I'm not sure how to undock these things. I just have an undock. I'm not sure if we need to do that. Retract probe seems to have let us. Okay, let's extend the gear. That's awfully cool. This is just amazing. So everything so far has flown just beautifully. I can't wait to see how this flies. I expect to have a very low thrust to weight ratio. Everything else has so far. The engine's not lit yet. Quick save for good luck. That's our last quick save before we land. Okay, like the engine in this case. What is that thrust to weight ratio here? 2.1. That's actually not bad. Okay, and 1450 meters per second. So we have a lot of delta V to land with. Shouldn't be too hard, really. All right, let's see if we can't climb over this hill a little bit. Set speed to surface. I wish I had installed trajectories. That would have made it a lot more fun. I think we're going to get over the hairiest of this stuff here. Yeah, I don't think I want to try to come down there. Oh yeah, we can come down that crater. Ooh, a bit of a bumpy landing here at the end, but I think we're down safe. Well, that was a lot of fun to fly. It was that lower thrust to weight ratio, the 2.1, definitely makes it a lot trickier to land if you're trying to bring something down on a exact target. I actually had to adjust several times there just to kind of get something not quite as terrainy, as it were. But let's go ahead and get out and have a look around. So, whoa! Oh, look at that, he gets around the corner all on his own. That's pretty neat. I have to do it again. I just can't believe how easy it is to get around the corner of this, the patio or the deck, I forget what they call this piece here. And around the corner to the landing leg. That is just so cool. Okay, everyone, let's get back aboard, I guess. Also, got to keep in mind that we're on a retrograde trajectory as we've entered into a retrograde orbit because of the re-return trajectory. So I'll have to keep that in mind and not fly the wrong direction. And too much longer, we're going to lose actually our opportunity. So let's go ahead and get into orbit right now. We need to be 27, 47. So we need probably around 16 kilometers. Quick save for good luck. Oh yeah, there we go. That's awesome. Now we need to be going somewhere around this direction. Down to not bad, 0.9 degrees, 1 degree. And low thrust to weight ratio as promised. However, it does look really cool, and it is flying just fine. Keep going 2 kilometers. We'll leave the rest of the job up to ground control here. We'll switch over to the command module if we can. Okay, we have a 2.5 meter course correction, not exactly a burn. That's a fantastic shot. Might have ourselves a new flag there. And we'll just use RCS for this adjustment. Okay, we've got our rendezvous distance down to 928 millimeters. Not even meters anymore. That's not too bad. Let's skip around to our rendezvous here. 15 minutes from now. Meters per second makes it a very manageable speed, but also makes it very easy to calculate in your head exactly how long it is until you get to your target. In this case, of course, 40 seconds. Don't know if we have to do anything with that probe. We're just going to hope for the best here. I think we're docked. Okay, that's amazing. Fantastic. This is such an incredibly realistic looking model. And the ascent stage there flew very well also. It had very good control. Let's go get the crew over. Here we go. That's a pretty cool sound effect when the docking there, by the way. Okay, let's set up that return burn. We have 1,084 meters per second at delta V. That should be enough. Here we go. Okay, there we go. We are on the way home. A quick adjustment here. It's a little low. 1 kilometers. 32 works too. Let's double check that electricity here real quick. Electrical charge is good. Oh, well, here we go. We were getting pretty close. Let's slow down. Oh, that was close. Okay, let's do a quick save for good luck and drop that service module here. Hopefully. Something just happened. Are we free yet? Whoa, there we go. Yep. I assume we still have some RCS fuel left on board. Yes, we do. Okay, well, we are coming down. It looks like we're coming down in a storm, which should be interesting. Making me nervous. I'm not sure what that sound was. Check out those amazing clouds. Thank you, Black Brack, once again. It also seems like we're spending a pretty good amount of time in the atmosphere here as well, slowing down. A little more realistic, I think, also that way as well. It's very interesting. We're going to be coming down, and at least it's going to be relatively flat, but it's going to be hard. We know from the abort test that the drogue chutes going to have their own deal, so I think I can just stage this. Oh, I forgot about that thing that almost hits us. One flip away, go away. There it goes. So, don't lose your lunch, guys. There we go. Okay, the drogues are fully deployed. Interesting. Okay, there go the mains. Only 800 meters to go. It's pretty low. Of course, you gotta come in pretty low to land. Alright, well, we knew it wasn't going to be that bad from our abort test, but there we go. We have now made it safely back to Kerbin, safe and sound. And thanks a lot for joining us as we play through the Saturn V mission out to Moon using the Bluedog Design Saturn V. I gotta say, that was a lot of fun. I flew a little bit of it, just kind of getting the mod ready and kind of preparing so it didn't look too much like an idiot. And I just can't say enough good things about how not just how good it looks, but how good it flies. And that to me is actually a lot more important than how good it looks. Thanks again, Cobalt Wolf. Thanks again for joining us today, and have an awesome evening.